Center. Hi all. We're pleased to have you here for this sneak preview event on our new exhibition. We have some acknowledgments, and I'll be brief because we want to start our program. We'd like to acknowledge our sponsors for the event, with Peroni Beer to thank. We have our standbys, are always at the ready, Cafe Barbera, Dominic and Phil. Thank you guys for coming. They're located in Hillcrest. Please visit them. You guys are great. And we want to thank Unico San Diego for supporting the exhibition as well, a local Italian group. And of course, Molly Bowman Styles in the back, Cause for Celebration, our communications team. Thank you, Molly. We are a new arts and cultural center in Little Italy, representing all of San Diego County. We do events here, films, music presentations, lectures, classes, exhibitions, just like this one that we're featuring tonight, that you are privy to see before anyone else. So, the story behind it is, several months ago, a fellow walks into the center, mild-mannered, unassuming, very quiet. He moseyed, he sashayed, he meandered. We walked in, we had a conversation. He said, "This is a great center, what do you do here?" So we struck up a conversation. And that conversation became, what if? What could be possible? What can we do around a baseball exhibition? He was a writer, a baseball fanatic, if you'll allow me to say that. And with my apologies to Bob Euchre, we have our own version of Mr. Baseball. His name is Roberto Angotti. He's the curator of the exhibition, Artist Tribute to the Italian Americans in Baseball. I'm very proud to have this exhibition here. I'm privileged to know him. I'm glad we struck up a friendship, and I'm glad he walked into the center that day to talk about what is possible. We want to start our program, and I want to bring him up. Please welcome our MC, our host for this evening, Roberto Angotti.
Thank you, Tom. It's a great pleasure to be here tonight, and all my friends and family, God bless you. Thank you for supporting me through my journey through the years. Mr. Tom Cesarini, I know he's a visionary for the last 10 years with Convivio Society, trying to document the Italian heritage here in San Diego, keeping it alive, following his dream, being a passionate man who wants to do good for all of our family members and future generations to come, and make those who've passed on proud from heaven, looking down below at the work that we're doing here today. So I feel that it's really our duty as Italian Americans to step up and make us look in the best light possible, because if we don't, no one else will. I will make this brief. I had just come fresh off the World Baseball Classic with Team Italia, and my partner, Donato Resta, all the way from Italy. Let's give him a big round of applause. He gets the door prize for having traveled the greatest distance. The Meatballs of Comedy come in second. They came from LA. So thank you for coming, joining us. We've got a great program in store for you. We've got surprise Major League Baseball veterans, and also current players hopefully showing up a little later, fingers crossed. But if they don't show up, remember Wednesday night is the real grand opening, which is open to the public. Carlo Cicchetto from Channel 8 CBS News will be the MC, and we're hoping that the local media can gravitate through these doors to the Convivio Center, because it's long overdue that we be acknowledged and we feel proud of our heritage and our history. So I come through these doors, there's Tom Cesarini in his workman's clothes, putting on this beautiful floor, down marble floor, and just open canvas, wide open canvas, world of possibilities. I said, Tom, you and I are alike. And my sister, Irene, who unfortunately is not here, and I must acknowledge, she helped me carry out with this vision and dream. She said that Tom and I are alike, and I agree. And so what we want to do is create synergy here in the Convivio Center. We want all of our friends and families to come together. Everyone has their own special talents. Bring them to the table and let this place flourish like it's supposed to be. So after going, Mike Piazza gave me my blessings after the World Baseball Classic. He said, "Roberto, you are on the front line of this Italian baseball revolution, and you have to carry the flag and wave it proudly." It's his vision to have a year-round training facility in Sicily for Major League Baseball. That's where his ancestors are from, and he would like Major League Baseball to get behind Italian baseball. And it's our opportunity here to demonstrate to Major League Baseball that we are worthy. They've already backed up Japan and Asia and Australia. Now it's their time to see what Italians can do for the game. So what this whole exhibit is about not only the players that are of Italian descent, but the artists who have had impact in their hearts and souls, and through their art, through their God-given talents, their illustrations. James Fiorentino, Christopher Peluso, who is the resident artist for the Hall of Champions here in San Diego. These guys have really showcased their talents. And also, a hometown hero by the name of Jeremy Nash, I'd like to bring up to the microphone. Jeremy also is with us all the way from Mendocino, California. So the meatballs, I think you dropped a third, okay? Jeremy, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate this. We were just going to do an informal Q&A and just ask him a little bit about his history and why San Diego and baseball is an important part of his life. If you follow him on Twitter, he is the most devout baseball fan in San Diego. The Friarhood, you definitely represent them. The congregation is all yours. So let's give Jeremy another round of applause. Jeremy, tell me about how you were conceived in San Diego and became a Padre fan.
Well, well, I was not conceived in San Diego as far as I know. I haven't heard that story yet. Both my parents are San Diegans. My father transferred up north and we live in Mendocino County, California, and started a family there. I was born, my sister was born. Raised me as a Padres fan, Chargers fan, and I'm doing the same for my two daughters right now. So I just kind of always, as soon as I grew up, I thought baseball, I thought Padres and stuff. And I've always been a big Padres fan, and I've always drawn, sketched, or painted for pretty much most of my young life, and then into adult life. So that's that part of the story there.
Okay, and now you are probably the biggest proponent of Christinorphia on the planet. The North, right? If you don't know who Christinorphia is, he's your center fielder for the Padres, and he also was instrumental in the World Baseball Classic for Team Italia. Back in Toronto in 2009, he went 4 for 4 against Canada, made some amazing catches that are in the Wall Street Journal. They really can cash in on that. Now tell me a little bit about the story about Latos, how you encountered the Latos family, and how you gifted Christinorphia one of your illustrations.
Matt Latos' wife, Dallas, is from my hometown, and I met her through Friarhood and Twitter and stuff like that. And she had seen a picture I've drawn of Christinorphia. His nickname in the clubhouse is Inspector Gadget. and it's similar to the one that's over there, but it's a little different. It's him doing his patented dive, as I call it, the Denorkia dive. So anyhow, she saw that, she really liked it. She wanted to see if I could do something like that she could get to the Denorkia family as a Christmas present. So I did for her. I repainted it because my daughter actually took the piece of paper I had and drew a violin on the back of it and everything like that. So I had to paint her a new one, but I did that for them as a gift. And then, you know, she was grateful. So I don't know if he has it. Hey, I don't know how that Christmas gift went over, if he likes the nickname or not, but I do know that she did get it for Christmas shortly after they moved from San Diego. So.
All right, so does anyone have any questions for Jeremy in the audience? This is your opportunity to throw one out. It's all yours. What is Mendocino known for?
Wine? Yes, that'll work.
Let's give him a big round of applause. That's Jeremy Nash. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a fun-filled family event, and I would like, at this point in time, to welcome a group of Italian Americans from Los Angeles. They are really making a difference in the comedy world on Sunset Strip. And I heard about them, and I had to make their San Diego debut for you here tonight as our VIPs. They're not coming to the grand opening. They're here for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Meatballs of Comedy. All the way from Los Angeles, California. Joe.
Thank you, Roberto. Clap your hands for Roberto Angotti, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Clap your hands for Roberto Angotti, who gets the prize for the best name. Oh, there's a second mic.
Yes, the lovely Roberto.
The lovely Roberto. Roberto, thank you very much for having us. We're so excited to be here. Thank you very much, really. It's wonderful. Wonderful. And also, Tom, where is Tom Cesarini? Where did he leave? He left. He's gone. That's it. He went home. Tom, this is a stunning venue. Please clap your hands for Tom. Wow. Wow. This is absolutely amazing. And thank you very much for having us, Tom, and your mom and your dad, Andy and Margaret. Thank you very much for making us feel welcome. Please clap your hands for Andy and Margaret behind the bar. This is very, very exciting for us. We always look for Italians, and we found a lot. We got any Italians in the crowd? Where are the Italians at? Just a couple? That was a joke. It's an Italian center. Where's Dominic from Barbera?
Right here.
Will you look at this guy, Manon? Look at this. That's Italian. Look at this guy over here. I want to look like him when I grow up. This guy over here. Dominic, we just got a package from Barbera Coffee, and then we see you guys here. And the coffee is wonderful, and you guys are wonderful. So it's wonderful. Clap your hands for them. Let's go. Let's get this party started. My name is Joey Cerise, and this is the beautiful Chef Eva. We are the Meatballs of Comedy, or part of the Meatballs of Comedy from Los Angeles. It's such a long ride that only two of us could make it. So we got a lot more people, but the two of us came down to represent at Roberto's invitation. And we are Italian.
You could always tell Joey was Italian.
You could always tell that even when I was a little kid.
He had Dean Martin.
Pajamas.
He had a Frank Sinatra.
Night light.
He had a Tony Bennett.
Lunchbox.
His mother packed that lunchbox every day.
With lasagna.
He wore a three-piece suit.
To the first grade.
He rode a Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
Big wheel.
And his favorite Christmas present,
Was hair gel.
that's Italian. You might have noticed that Joey is very short.
Very short,
He's only 5 feet 5 inches tall.
because that's the size that Italians come in.
I almost got a ticket driving over
Because I
here.
wasn't in my car seat.
When Joey showed the cop his ID,
He could see my feet in the picture.
last night Joey took a
In
jacuzzi.
a crock pot.
For his birthday, he ordered a stretch
They
limo.
sent a smart car.
He got that suit
At Baby Gap.
last week. He fell off a horse and almost got killed.
Thank God that Kmart guy was out front of that store to pull the plug. That's
That's
good.
short. You might be surprised to know that Joey writes books.
I am an author.
He doesn't like to brag, but he went to Harvard.
.com.
His first book, he wrote a book about amnesia.
Book about amnesia.
That book is called,
Forget about it.
he wrote a book about multiple personality disorder.
Multiple personality disorder.
That book is called,
Who do you think you are?
he wrote a book on optometry.
Optometry.
That book is
What
called,
are you looking at?
he wrote a book on speech therapy.
Speech therapy.
That book is called,
Shut up.
he wrote a book on ADD.
Attention deficit disorder.
He wrote a book on ADD.
Attention deficit disorder.
He wrote a book on ADD.
Attention deficit. Come on, pick it up. That's a funny joke. Where were you?
And he's working on a book on credit repair.
Help you get out of debt.
That book is called,
I ain't paying.
The Meatballs of Comedy got a lot of fans.
Lot of fans.
So we get a lot of emails.
Lot of emails.
You know how when you get an email it says, you got mail?
You got mail.
Well, our emails don't come in, you got mail.
That's right.
We're Italian, so our emails come in,
Oh!
oh,
You got mail over here.
open your mail. Italians do that with everything.
Everything.
It's the same thing with our voicemail.
Same thing with our voicemail.
Our voicemail doesn't say, please leave a message.
No, it doesn't.
Our voicemail says,
What?
what?
Leave your message already.
Make it short. Same thing at home.
Same thing at home.
When there's a knock on the door,
Who is that?
I don't know.
Go away.
Don't come back. Even at the grocery
At the
store,
grocery store.
when they ask paper or plastic,
What's with all the questions?
you write in a book,
Put the food in the bag.
today. Even at
At
Starbucks,
Starbucks.
when they ask venti or grande,
Now we're speaking Italian.
you don't look
Pour
Italian.
the coffee.
While we're young,
Clap your hands. Chef Eva and Joey. Ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands. We're so happy to be here. This is so wonderful. I would like to tell you my favorite Italian joke. Would you like to hear my favorite Italian joke? Clap your hands if you would like to hear my favorite Italian joke. Oh, yeah. This is literally, just learned this a month ago from one of my comedians that does my show. His name is Dave DeVito, just came in from New York. You tell somebody else's joke, you gotta give them credit. Are you filming? You can't film? No, I'm kidding. You can do it. Film away. We could use it publicity. There are 2 islands separated by an ocean. One island is filled with people, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. The other island across the ocean has got one Italian man. One Italian guy. Finally, the king of the big island says, I'm going to take that island, sends 500 of his guys in a boat to go take the island from the one Italian guy. Boat never comes back. A week later, sends another of his 500 of his guys across the ocean to find out what happened to the other boat. The second boat is pulling up to the shore, and out of the forest onto the beach crawls one of the guys from the first boat. And he's beaten, and he's bloody. And he looks up, and he yells to the boat, "Go back! There's two of them!" That's my favorite Italian joke, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
We are going to close out our segment of the program the way that we do. Everybody knows that Italian people are great artists, great sculptors, great singers. But what a lot of people don't know is that Italians can rap.
Word.
That's right, I said rap. We're going to break you up. The meatball rap. Give me a beat, Chef Eva. We're the meatballs of comedy, and this is our thing. Forget about it, bada boom, bada bing. We're Italiano, Americano. Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Pacino, Tony Bennett,
Benedetto.
Sinatra and Dino. We dance like Travolta, sing like Pavarotti, wear Dolce & Gabbana, drive a Maserati, eat pasta with the pasta sauce. Can't get enough of that spaghetti and meatballs, pizza with cheese and pepperoni, folded in half. You got a calzone, gotta mangia the lasagna. Veal scallopini, Alfredo fettuccine, then give me a cannoli. Give me the gelato, cappuccino, frappuccino, caramel macchiato. Do you like our rap? I really hope you do. Cause if you don't, I wouldn't wanna be you. Oh, meatballs of comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for having us, Roberto. Thank you, sir. God bless you. God bless Convivio, Viva Italia. Thank you so much.
And God bless baseball. Give it up for the meatballs of comedy. We thoroughly enjoyed that. Their San Diego debut. Make their way back to Los Angeles and tell everyone about how good of a time they had here in San Diego. At this point in time, I'm going to bring on a gentleman who hails from San Diego, and he actually went to St. Augustine High School. He was a #1 draft pick by the San Francisco Giants, and in 1974 he set a record for the fastest pitch in Major League history at 107 miles per hour. Give it up, San Diego, for Little Italy's hometown hero, Mr. John DiGasquisto.
Don't worry, Vince Scully messed my name up too. And, it's D'Acquisto. Giovanni Francisco Pietro D'Acquisto. If that's not Italian, I don't know what is. But I come from the bigger side of the island, over 6 foot. So I just wanted to say that it is an honor to be here tonight, and an honor to be a part of this venue in the area where I literally grew up on Columbia and Fur, and used to go to Filippo's Cash and Carry down the street and get the Italian ice from Filippo, and he used to give it to me and said, "Here's my nickel." He said, "Keep the nickel, you'll need it later." And he was right, I did. But it was great to be a part of Little Italy and what really I believe was the foundation of San Diego was a fishing fleet that made this town what it is today. And the hard work that was given by the Italian people here and what we all experienced as a community together and how it developed into a town, a community of Italian people. And that was really cherished by all of us growing up as kids and what our parents gave to us as a tradition. And the tradition continued on. And as I grew older, I became interested in a game called baseball because of two individuals. One was Joe DiMaggio and one was Mickey Mantle. And they both, unfortunately, played for the Yankees. But we only got CBS. I couldn't get anything else on our rabbit-eared TV at the time. But I started getting involved in Little League at the time and then developed into a very good baseball player and signed with the San Francisco Giants in 1970 as a #1 draft pick. And then made my way finally back to San Diego and the long way around the horn, as we would say. It took the long trip. I went from San Diego to St. Louis and then back, from San Francisco to St. Louis and then to San Diego. And the four of my best years, even though I had a couple of good years in San Francisco, 4 of my best years of playing were here in town in front of my family and in front of my hometown friends and where I grew up, which was very special to me to be a part, to bring back to the community and give back to the community what I set out to do, which was to be a professional ball player. And to have the support from the people in San Diego really warms my heart that you're all here doing this now to bring back the tradition and the legacy of the sport and the fishing and what this town is all about. And I commend Tommy for this. You're doing a great job, and the family, Andy, Margaret, you got a great son.
Yay.
Roberto, what can I say about you, my son? You're doing a great job and bringing this back out, showing and getting the community involved and getting the San Diego Padres involved is going to be a key thing here for this to really work. And that's going to happen. That will happen. And when it does happen, this is going to turn into something very, very special. God bless all of you. Thank you for inviting me and making me a part of this venue. I wouldn't have it any other way. And to be a part, to see you all, and it's very, very special. And thank you very much. As you can see, I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. All right? So thank you all.
Thank you. So I'm sorry that I slaughtered your last name tonight. My piazza doesn't think that highly of Vince Scully after he being bullied around, so I guess it's even. We're square. Yeah. At this point in time, I'd like to bring on my partner in crime, Donato Resta. Will you please give him a big round of applause? Come on up here, Donato. He helped me put up this exhibit, and he has a message for all Italians in the house, and you can even, if you want, say it in Italian. Here it is. This is your platform.
Thank you, Roberto. Quite a bit overwhelmed because I didn't mention that I come over to have a speech here, and I don't know what to say. It's just great. I flew in on Wednesday afternoon, and the other day on Thursday we had our first meeting, and since then everything is just going just like being on another planet. So I was just on last Sunday in Italy to see the second game of the IBL series. This is the Italian championship, baseball championship, And yeah, it was just great. I met Mauro Mazzotti down there, he's a good friend of mine, and he gave me everything, the best for this event too. He's a legend in Italy. He's one of the best coaches ever. He's, by the way, the national coach now for the Spanish national team. He's scout for the Baltimore Orioles. And yeah, he blessed our event especially. So yeah, with this I came over, and since then I'm really yeah, excited. I went to the stadium with Roberto and his son. It was just great being in such a stadium. And yeah, I'm still fighting for baseball, Italian baseball, since more than 32 years. I have to shorten my speech, I know, but I'm Italian, but I'm also an oriundo. Oriundo means, as everybody knows, Italian abroad. We have it much harder than anybody else, maybe showing the proud being Italian abroad. And I grew up actually the most of my time when I was born before at the Swiss-Italian border in Switzerland. And I went all the time down to Italy to visit my people down there. And I was baptized when I was 18 in Rimini in an Italian stadium. And I said, wow, that's baseball. And I never did see a game before. I didn't know even before that they are playing down there too. So I thought, wow, that's baseball, such a great stadium, big stadium, pros, wow, that's it. So I was baptized since then, came back to Switzerland and was very frustrated because I couldn't play baseball. So with a friend of mine, we did found the first team down there, and we found another guy who was able to found another team. So we did start the Swiss baseball league. But I don't like to speak about the Swiss baseball league. I'd like to speak about Italy and my influence. Italy was just like a godfather to the sport in Switzerland. They gave us the first equipment. They did clinics up there, and they really pushed our sport even in this country. And I'm so inspired, and I have really to thank what Italy did for baseball in Europe, and now it's just great to be a part over here to help another Oriundo, Italian abroad, who's fighting for Italian baseball. And when we met each other this year, first time at the World Baseball Classic, it was just like a miracle. It was just crazy to meet Roberto, and since then we're a partner, and yeah, it's just great. And I love it to be here, and I love you all. Thank you so much.
That's Donato Resta. That was impromptu, but he definitely has inspired me, and he's our Italian correspondent. And we hope during the life of this exhibit that he can get videotape messages from all the movers and shakers in baseball in Italy, and we can play it on this big screen, which we're going to be doing on Wednesday night. We're going to be paying tribute to Phil Rizzuto. It's his birthday. That's our grand opening, 7 p.m. Please tell your friends and family about that. It's free. We'll have some birthday cake. It's Donato's birthday on the 26th, my birthday on the 24th, Phil Rizzuto's on the 25th. Phil Rizzuto's mother's maiden name was Angotti. My grandmother's maiden name was Rizzuto, and they're both from Calabria, so we're connected on some level. So I owe it to Phil to represent him properly. We'll do a documentary on Phil Rizzuto and his life. So please tell everyone. And at this point in time, because I did slaughter John's last name. Isabella, I don't want to slaughter yours. We have a special guest in the house. This is Isabella. She represented the United States on Italian television, children's program, and won. She's here for you tonight to sing some beautiful songs in Italian. So not only God bless baseball, but God bless Isabella for her talent in sharing it with you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the future Hall of Famer in singing. This is Isabella.
Cielo e penso di volare dove i sogni nascono, dove l'orizzonte accarezza il mare e le stelle brillano. Gabbiano, tu che sai volare accanto a me, amico dimmi come si fa a raggiungere la felicità. Voglio andare dove nascono i sogni, dove i sogni sono realtà. One day you'll find your way. Regalerò un sogno a chi di sogni non ne ha, perché io so che un sogno è un raggio di libertà e troverò quel mondo magico dove quel che sogni è. E se ancora la strada non so, one day you'll find your way. Guardo su nel cielo e penso di volare dove i sogni nascono, dove l'orizzonte accarezza il mare e le stelle brillano. Gabbiano, tu che puoi seguirmi fin lassù, sai dire la mia strada e qual è, aiutami a cercare dov'è. Voglio andare dove nascono i sogni, perché so che quel posto c'è. One day you'll find your way. Regalerò un sogno a chi di sogni non ne ha, perché io so che un sogno è un raggio di libertà e troverò quel mondo magico dove quel che sogni è. E se ancora la strada non so, one day you'll find your way. Regalerò un sogno a chi di sogni non ne ha, perché io so che un sogno è un raggio di libertà e troverò quel mondo magico dove quel che sogni è. Il cammino puoi mostrarmelo tu, tu che voli dove il cielo è più blu. One day you'll find your way.
No, okay, we're starting.
Solo per te la mia canzone vola, mamma. Sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola. Quanto ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospira il mio cuore, forse non si usano più, mamma, ma la canzone mai più bella sei tu la vita, e per la vita non ti lascio mai più. Sento la mano tua stanca, cerca i miei riccioli d'or. Sento la voce ti manca, la ninna nanna d'allora. Oggi la testa tua bianca, io voglio stringere al cuore, mamma. Solo per te la mia canzone vola, mamma. Sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola. Quanto ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospira il mio cuore, forse non si usano più, mamma, ma la canzone mai più bella sei tu la vita, e per la vita non ti lascio mai più, mamma, mai più.
Thank you. Give it up for Isabella, ladies and gentlemen. She will be here. Oh, you do another song? Well, we'll take a short break for Isabella. I'm going to take a little break. Okay, David? Yeah. Vincent, thank you very much. Okay, take a break. We'll just take a little short break, and then we'll give a few more songs from Isabella. And once again, she will be here on Wednesday night, and we'll have the whole media crew from Channel 8 CBS News. So we really like all the Italians and residents of Little Italy to come out in full force, and we'll hopefully get things together. My son Dante Angadi is in the house. I'd like to honor him. Dante, would you please come up here for a minute? It's because of him that he is friends with Vincent, who's friends with Isabella's family. So I have to thank my son Dante for this rare find. Dante, San Diego man, you have anything you'd like to share with your hometown?
I'm really happy my dad was able to organize and get all this great Italian-American artists together. It's really his passion to look at baseball and, write about it. And just all baseball culture is, my dad loves it. So of course I'm going to help him out throughout the way. And I'm very happy with the turnout. I can't wait for Wednesday. Thank you.
I'd also like to acknowledge my goddaughter, Alicia Bassay. Give her a big round of applause at this table. She came out. She helps students at the University of San Diego. So if you have any college students on their way, I'm sure she can answer questions on Wednesday. I'm hoping she comes out with Lewis, her boyfriend, in full force. Thank you again for coming out. And just, if I may, just let you know a couple other things before we take a small intermission break. That the art on display it really is representative of the way that the artist portrays the sport of baseball and their lifestyle, how they take it upon themselves to show the world and future generations the significance of the game. As you read on the panels, as Italian Americans came to this country, the game of baseball was their America. It was their ticket to relate to their neighbors through the game of baseball. And Ty just walked in the house. He's a personal friend of Jason Grilli. Ty, will you please come up here and tell us about Jason Grilli and his father, Steve Grilli, and the significance of Italian American baseball and what it means to you?
Wow, nothing like just walking right in the room and getting it. Yeah, Jason obviously is a tremendous pitcher. The closer for the Pittsburgh Pirates, a guy that was a first-round draft pick, a high draft pick by the Florida Marlins, and was expected to be the next great starting pitcher. And things didn't quite work out for him. He ended up being a journeyman reliever. And as you mentioned, his father had pitched in Detroit. And Jason had some of his best success as a reliever in Detroit with the Tigers. And obviously that meant a lot to him as his father pitched for Detroit. Jason went to Colorado, he went to Texas, and he did okay. But then he was injured and thought his career was over. He was given a shot by the Phillies, spent a little bit of time in the minor leagues, had a clause in his contract if he didn't get called up by a certain point of time, he was going to be able to be a free agent. And he decided to choose that. The Pirates snatched him up. And he ended up being a valuable piece of the 2011 Pirate team as a setup guy. 2012, he continued as the 8th inning pitcher, as Joel Hammerhand was our closer. And that changed in 2013. Jason was finally given a chance at the age of 37 to be the man. And he stepped up and did such a great job that he made it to the All-Star game. Got on the cover of Sports Illustrated, the first Pittsburgh Pirate since 1992 to do so. And Jason, you know, as much as this year has been great for him with Pittsburgh, he has suffered an injury. He's just come back from that. He just reclaimed his closer role and got the save tonight, his first save since coming back from being hurt. One of the things that made him most excited about this year was pitching for Italia. This is his jersey, signed by and he was a valuable part of that team that pitched in the World Baseball Classic. Went to Arizona, where they were in a division with the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And everyone figured the United States is going on for sure. Is it going to be Canada or Mexico that makes it to the next round? Well, Canada and Mexico were busy fighting each other. Italy was busy winning ball games. And Italy is who advanced to the second round. And Jason didn't get the pitch as much as he should have in that second round. But Team Italy definitely showed that baseball in Italy is on the map. It was more than just American players who are of Italian descent, but they certainly made a big difference. Tonight's Padres-Dodgers game had two teams that featured three players from the World Baseball Classic. Chris DeNorfia of the Padres, Drew Butera, who did not play tonight but played last night, and Nick Punto. So the Italian Americans are definitely a part of baseball. They're a big part of baseball. It's not just the past when he had the DiMaggios. And Jason Grilli is a great part of that. He's going to be in the playoffs. So is Nick Punto. Butera may not be on the roster, but he's certainly going to be there. It's a great thing, and it's a great thing to show off the heritage and everything. And I just see the Fire Up the Grilli sign over there. How great is that? It's just a great thing. So, thank you.
That was a great synopsis, Ty. Thank you very much for coming unannounced, put you on the spot. But certainly this wall right here is a work in progress. This is the tribute to Team Italia wall, and that will change during the life of the exhibit. We're going to be here through the 1st of February, and we're going to have programming with very special guest artists who are featured in the exhibit, as well as players featured, and those who have written on the game, authors, also directors, to come right here at Convivio. So we very much want you to be involved with our progress, and we look forward to really connecting with San Diego and beyond. As this exhibit hopes to travel to Orange County, Chapman University in the spring of next year, and then the Italian American Museum downtown Los Angeles. So at this point in time, I think we're going to get an encore performance from Isabella. Give it up for San Diego's very own beautiful, lovely Isabella.
Se ci butta un soldino, costringe il destino a farti tornare. E mentre il solo bacia il fontanone, la tua canzone in fondo a questa qua. Goodbye, si rivela a pranzo a squarciarelli, fettuccine e vino dei castelli, come i tempi belli che Pinelli immortalò. E ripensa a quella ciuffachella che era tanto bella che gli ha detto sempre no. Stasera la vecchia fontana racconta la solita luna, la storia vicina e lontana di quella inglesina con la tua su. Io qui, proprio qui, l'ho incontrata, io qui, proprio qui, l'ho baciata. Lei qui con la voce smarrita m'ha detto è finita, ritorno lassù. Ma prima di partire l'inglesina buttò una monetina, sussurrò. Arrivederci Roma. Goodbye festa, voglio rivedere la soffitta dove m'hai tenuta stretta, stretta accanto a te. Arrivederci Roma, non so scordarti più, porto in Inghilterra i tuoi tramonti, porta a Londra Trinità dei monti, porto nel mio cuore i giuramenti e lei I love you. Arrivederci Roma.
If you want more, you're going to have to come and see her Wednesday night. 7 p.m. is the program, so you definitely want to make plans to come out. As we said earlier, it's a free event. And so thank you very much for technical support, Cutino, and the whole family and crew. And special thanks to Tom Cesarini, Cesarini family, all those at Convivio. Holly did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. And just want to enjoy the rest of your evening here with us. Thanks for coming.